Welcome back students. Welcome to the video lecture in Power System Planning, BTech 6th semester, under which we are studying distribution planning. In the previous video lecture, we have seen typical components of a substation, of a distribution substation. Under the RTU syllabus for distribution planning, we have to study the following topics. Radial network introduction we have covered. Today we will see what are the network configuration and evaluation techniques. In the previous video lecture we have covered this radial network. Mostly the distribution system is radial or weakly meshed. In network reconfiguration and evaluation techniques, we will cover single bus, single breaker and so on, different bus bar arrangements, and we will see what are the benefits of using and what are the disadvantages related to each of the bus configuration. So starting with single bus system, here you can see only a main bus, that is referred by a main bus, from which the feeder takes on the load. These are the circuit breakers in between. Here the source are two transformers which are supplying electrical energy to this main bus. From this main bus, the distribution feeders take the power to the loads. This type of arrangement is commonly used and it is a low cost type of arrangement. Here the relaying and protection is simple. Also, if there will be any failure on the bus or fault on the bus or failure of circuit breaker occurs, then the complete substation needs to be shut down. So entire substation needs to be shut down for maintenance and bus extension. So there are two disadvantages of this bus bar scheme, that during failure the entire substation will shut down, and during maintenance and bus extension activity the entire substation will be shut down. But the relaying protection is very simple and it is a low cost type of bus bar arrangement. Next is a main bus and a transfer bus type of scheme. Here we will have a bus represented here as main bus and the other bus is transfer bus. So these are the circuit breakers and these are the feeders. So these feeders take load from this main bus and this main bus is connected to the transfer bus via this circuit breaker. So whenever it is needed to transfer the load to the transfer bus, then the circuit breaker in between will be closed and a contact will be open from these points of the circuit breaker and closed to these points using these isolators. This is also a low cost bus bar arrangement. Any bus can be taken out for maintenance or any circuit breaker can be taken out for maintenance. Reliability is more than single bus scheme. What it requires? One extra circuit breaker for the bus tie, which you can see here. Also, if there is a fault on any bus or circuit breaker or failure of any circuit breaker occurs, then the entire shutdown of the substation is possible. Moving to our next configuration, which is a double bus system with bypass isolator. This type of bus arrangement is operationally flexible and highly reliable because we are using two buses here. These two feeders are taking load from the two buses using circuit breaker CT, that is current transformer, and isolator, which is used in between for each of the feeder. Also there is a bus coupler mechanism in between which couples these two buses. Any bus can be isolated for maintenance. So here is the main point, that we can use any of the bus during the maintenance, and the shutdown of the system will not occur. So the any of the feeder which is taking load from either of the buses can be transferred to one bus during the maintenance activity of the other. Here is a circuit breaker. An extra circuit breaker is used for the bus tie, which you can see as a bus coupler here. Failure of tie CB takes entire substation out of service. Okay, so in case of this circuit breaker is not operating successfully, then the entire substation will shut down. So in this way, till now we have seen 3 bus configuration: single bus, single breaker, main bus, transfer bus, and double bus with bypass isolator. Now this is a double bus system, double bus, double breaker type of system. Each line has 2 dedicated CBs, which you can see here. Each bus, this bus and this bus, and each line means each feeder uses 2 circuit breakers here. In this way we can connect these feeders with either of the buses. If we want to do service bus number 1, then we can connect the feeders through bus number 2 and open these switches, and so on. Circuit can be connected to any bus. Any line can be taken out of the circuit for maintenance, and in this way we can take out any line, means any of the feeder, for the maintenance activity by isolating it from the 2 buses. This is a very highly reliable type of scheme, but it is more expensive. Also there is a operational flexibility which is which you can see that any of the feeder can be taken out for maintenance. The next scheme is a ring bus scheme. Here 1 breaker per circuit is used, as you can see here with these green color square boxes. This is an economical type of scheme and provide high level of reliability and operational flexibility. Any circuit breaker can be taken out for maintenance, and while taking out any circuit breaker, then the ring gets separated into 2 parts. So you can see there, if these 2 switches gets open, then this ring will be separated into 2 parts. Relaying is very complex here, but switching is done by breakers only. Now moving on to the breaker and half scheme, which is a very common and which is highly flexible and reliable type of scheme. This is the most important type of bus bar scheme which you will cover. It is simple in operation and no disconnect switch is required. Any bus can be taken out for maintenance. Here you can see we have 2 buses, bus number 1 and bus number 2. These are the feeders, these lines which are shown here, these are the feeders, and any of the line or the complete circuit can take power from any of the buses. Means if bus number 1 is out for maintenance, then by isolating these 2 switches here and connecting these 2 switches and this tie breaker over here, the supply can be established through bus number 2. Bus side circuit breaker failure removes only 1 circuit. If any of the circuit breaker at the bus side will fail, then it removes only 1 circuit. Relaying and automatic reclosing involved. Here the automatic reclosing and relaying is involved. Also, this is an expensive type of scheme, however cheaper than double bus and double breaker type of scheme. So it is commonly used, and it is highly reliable and has very high operational flexibility also. This is one of the scheme that is called as split bus scheme. Here you can see a normally open type of switch is used. These are the two transformers, and here we can see the feeders. So feeders are connected to the buses, but both the buses are taking load from two different sources, while these two sources can be joined through this split bus arrangement by normally open switch. So it will be closed during if any of the bus will fail. This is a complete diagram showing the substation with a primary selective scheme, a secondary selective scheme, a spot type of network, a primary loop type of network which is a ring bus arrangement, and a radial type of feeder arrangement. So you can see here in primary selective scheme, two of the feeders that will be taken out, these two feeders are taken out as two laterals. Both the two laterals are supplying the load, while in secondary selective scheme you can see these two laterals supplying the loads will be joined with this sectionalizer switch here. Also in radial type of system, as you know, the fuses are used. The radial type of system, only one feeder are taking one lateral is taken out by the feeder, and then the load is supplied. Also the sectionalizer switches are also used in between the feeder, or the feeder connection is possible here. So this is a common or typical representation of a substation, bus bar and feeder, lateral sectionalizer switches, recloser arrangement with primary selective, secondary selective, primary loop, that is ring type of arrangement, radial, and spot type of network. So this is all for today video lecture. Let us quickly see what we have covered. We have covered a single bus type of system, then we have main bus, transfer bus, then we have double bus, single breaker, double bus, double breaker type of scheme, we have ring bus type of scheme, then we have breaker and the half breaker scheme, which is a very popular and most commonly used scheme, then we have split bus scheme, and after that we have seen a typical layout of the substation. So this is all for today's video lecture. Thank you very much, and I hope you will enjoy this video, and stay tuned for upcoming video lectures, and you can use Google Classroom for the notes and to take this presentation. Thank you very much.